here we are after going to give you some news of the front. I've been very tired, a lot of things and a lot of changes. I've been a little bit out of social media in a way that I just passed by very fast and I was not watching anything since many days. And today I watch and wow, I saw the evolution of events that I didn't know that happened, about the new laws a little bit everywhere, that it'd be in France, in the US, about what is going on for sure in the Middle East, and how things are increasing in intensity. I've been very affected because I'm a fire sign, as you know, as Sagittarius, and my raising is Libra usually, so air, and this year it's Aries, so it's a lot of fire and wind. And with what is going on now with Jupiter, Master of Sagittarius, who enter Leo, it's a fire, everything is fire, and we can see there are a lot of fire all around the world. Very devastating, very difficult for wildlife. It's even, for me, it's even more difficult than for humans, because we can escape, we can have a sense of eventually what to do, but wildlife is trapped, and this breaks my heart. You know, it's like we had a fire alert 10 days ago here, and I was ready to evacuate eventually, but I was thinking mostly of the animals. You know, it's poor little creatures. You know, it's devastating to me. So I wanted to focus, if I can say, on this time that is very challenging for a lot of people. What can we do? What can we do to go through this? I think the only way is to be true to ourselves, despite what others could think. We have to don't care at all what others can think about us, about our way to see the things, our way to express things. More than ever, it's very important to be on our authenticity, integrity, to be loyal to ourselves, to stay grounded, to really don't be disturbed by what is going on. And this doesn't mean to don't see what is going on. If we created the tools that we have, the technology we have, we created this at the unconscious level, at human being, for the human being evolution. So we have to use this tool, and we have, for me, I believe we witness this. It's not by chance. You know, I was reading a post of someone who was saying that the Antichrist is going to come and it's going to be 1,000 years of rule by the Antichrist. For me, it's there since a long time. It's not one individual being that's going to come. It's expressed, this energy of involute energy, it's expressed through a lot of beings on this planet. So now we can see what it was impossible to see than 30 years ago, because before we were seeing just by, you know, the mainstream media. We were not seeing what we see, the possibility that we have to witness things and share it. Me, I love to witness my view of the desert. It's my world. It's what I see every day that makes me happy, and I love to be able to share it with this technology. But we have also the terrible things that are going on, and I think it's good for us to see, to develop in ourselves compassion, gratitude, and a strong desire of this cannot continue like that. I always said since many years now that we created this crazy world, and we have the consequences of our creation. And now we have the ability to, with Pluto, that is quite very efficient, and Uranus in the sky right now, we have the ability to create something else, to made in a way that the old system is not possible, not viable anymore, and to imagine, to use our imagination, like I always say, it's image in action, to visualize, to inside of our self, in our heart, to see something different, something new, something unknown. A lot of people are scared of the unknown, but when they do that, they first it's fear, and fear of the unknown is shrinking you. But when you are open to the unknown, you open your being, you are more in touch with your whole being, I mean invisible being too, and you get information that come in your formation. And it's really, really interesting process. And for that, like I said before, you have to be in integrity, you have to be on your authority, you have to express what is right for you. You have to, when you see something, to give your position about it. No matter what position it is, I think it's important to express who we are really and what we are vibrating for, what we are resonating with. And to see in a way that more and more, and I speak about that since many years, more and more all the limitation we have that the society, that humans created, I guess because it was reassuring them to have all these, appartenances to groups, to religions, to all that, because it was quite scary in a way long time ago. Maybe life was more maybe difficult. I don't think so, because I think it's very difficult now for a lot of people. But it was maybe they needed maybe something to secure them. It's true that it was easier in a certain time to be, especially prehistoric time, to be in groups, because in the clan the group was protecting all the tribe. But now we have the ability to be by our own and to be more individual. This doesn't mean to don't be part of the collective. We are part of it. I saw recently a post, and I comment about that because this is my view, and I often spoke about that, about the Antichrist that's going to come, like I said, in 1,000 years, and it's going to be 1,000 years of Antichrist rules and all that, and that the Messiah after that going to come. I'm amazed that some people in our time still believe that the Messiah are going to be one being coming to save all humanity. Wake up, people, wake up, It's really in each of us and by each of us that this Messiah at the collective level is manifesting by our actions, by our way to think, but what we really want and don't want anymore. And this is, we create, every creation has been an idea before, a thought, any object even. Someone at one point had the idea to create this or this object. Before it was invisible, it was something from the invisible, and it has been manifested in the physical realm. So it's up to us. It's up to us to really be, how I could say, to really be aware that we are divine being beyond any religion. And I see, yes, a lot of us are awake, for sure. And all the events since the last 6 years, 7 years really help this. It's for that everything is in perfect order. It's terrible to see people suffering, but when now we can see this, we can really raise. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we have, in our time as humanity, to be obliged to witness all what witness, to have a desire to change the system and to change all this and to go to something with more love and gratitude and compassion and just to stop all this mess, you know. So it's a very interesting time in 2020. I said it's going to be narrower and narrower because I'm not an astrologer, but I have friend astrologers and I follow this since so many years. But you don't need even to be astrologer, you don't need to be. I saw recently, and I posted today, something about the view of Buddhism, about what is going on, the catastrophe that is going on. You don't need even to be a Buddhist to see that. You just observe and see the causes and the reaction that is coming from these causes. And it's like for each of us in our life, we take some choices and there are some consequences. So, and it's up to us to be really on our axe, on our center, grounded, and know what is right for us, even if it's different from the neighbor. And stay with that, because it's the only way to get information in a way like to guide us and to protect us. Because we have protection. We are here as a physical being, but we are much more than that. Much more than that. And this awareness, I have it since very young. I think because I was pulled back when I was at school because of my name, my Arabic name, Yasmina. I think this made me able, I was suffering at that time to don't have friends or this, but this made me able to develop something about the connection with my higher self and to be used to be alone and to find ways to don't be bored to be alone, to develop skills, to be curious, to don't be scared of the unknown. And I've been confronted to the unknown, you know, without my parents letting me here and there and nomad all my life. And maybe it's for that now, and I'm sure it's for that now that I can adapt everywhere I go. And everywhere I go, I found friends. I found people that are kind. Anywhere. It can be in the Middle East or in Asia or here when I arrive in this country. People are really kind here. And everywhere I go, I found kind people. So maybe it's because I look for kindness and I think I bring kindness. So it resonates with me and it resonates with people and they answer to that frequency. So it's that. The way we think and the way we are open to the world, it gives more opportunity for people who are in touch with us or seeing us, because it's in our era. We don't even have to speak about it. It's there. And by phenomenon of resonance, as because we are frequency, it resonates in people and it awake this thing inside of them about freedom, about happiness, about wisdom, about all that. So we really have to be true to ourselves, because our truth gonna resonate in people who are surrounding us. And you don't need to be famous on social media for this phenomenon to work. Only the fact, for example, to go at the supermarket and to give a smile to someone that you cross, and that person answer to you, you already brought something good in the world. And it's very simple and it doesn't cost anything. So this is the beauty of that. It doesn't cost anything. So in this time that is very hard, I think it's very important to develop simple gratitude in our everyday life. You know, I'm amazed because I am living in the desert in California and I have tap water. And I've always been grateful to have water because, again, when I was a little girl, we had no running water. We had to go to look for it at the spring or at the river. It was no running water until I was 10. So you have to find a way. And now I appreciate, you have no idea, every single day when I pour a glass of water, when I use water, I'm like, oh, This is so wonderful. And this brings me to people who don't have access to that, to what I see, for example, in Gaza right now or in Lebanon, where water sources are, destroyed with concrete. And how it's possible if you are not under Antichrist energy, feeding this Antichrist energy to do such a thing? How it's possible? It's really nonsense to me. You cannot cut a tree, destroy a tree if you are, I would say, a normal human being, respectful of nature. You can only be on a very destructive force, feeding a destructive force to do that, especially olive trees that are thousands of years old. How it's possible to do that? This is something, it's these things that shows me that something is not right, that this has to change. And until when we're going to have to witness this more and more, and what is going on now with the data center and cutting the Joshua Tree forest? These trees are hundreds of years old. I have them here. I was not even born when they grew. And the US were not even existing 250 years ago, and they were already there on that land. So the Joshua tree and maybe the yucca tree, I don't know the lifetime of yucca trees, but Joshua tree are very old, very ancient. They have something like prehistoric, So it's all this, why they cut. They cut Joshua tree for solar farm, yes, instead of putting them in dry lakes. Why they don't put them in dry lakes? We have dry lakes a little bit everywhere. Why they cut trees to put solar farm? It's something I cannot fathom. I cannot understand this if it's not for us to wake up. If it's not for humans to stand against that. We are killing ourselves. Sometimes when I see the terrible state of the world, it's not I wish, but it's like, the only thing to save this is to have a big cataclysm to kill all this disturbed humanity, let nature taking back her ground, and start over with some consciousness that have, evolved. We are not evolved as human race. We are not evolved. It's unbelievable at what point. How it's possible to do this to each of us? How it's possible to kill like that, to even construct, to fabricate armament? How it's possible? And the best one, and we have the best one, and you see how they are effective. It's amazing. So I want to believe that these people are also invested by the power of God in a way to show this monstrosity to us, to wake up us, But it's unbelievable. And it's really amazing to me. So, I think we have to have gratitude. Some people ask me, why you don't put anymore your food pictures? Why? Because I feel it's indecent. When you have so many people who have no food, who cannot cook, they have no more home. They are living like, how they are living? I am thinking often, I am in my bed, I am protected by this house. It's all subjective, it can be a fire and everything is gone, I know. But I have the comfort, I have water, I have food. And I cannot not think of people who don't have this. I can't. It doesn't disturb me. It doesn't make me sick. It doesn't make me depressed. Not at all. But it stimulates in me a very strong desire. Like, I wish it'd be like that, to envision something else. Something better, something good. Something where, as I told you, I go everywhere, people is friendly with me. Even if I don't speak the language, I always found a way with my body, with my hands, to to say what I want to express, what I want to express. And it's beyond language. I see with my bird. I see with the bobcat that is coming. He's not scared, he just watch me. And this moment, he stays still and watch me. And I watch him back, and it's fabulous. There is no fear. I am unknown for these animals in a way, but they don't fear me because they feel I don't fear them. I'm not, people say, oh, you have to take care. To take care of what? To take care of what? I'm curious how you are with wildlife. These are not puma, these are not big lion that we have up there in California. I will not, I don't think I will fear them. It's like, the rattlesnake. When I was in Malibu, I saw a lot of rattlesnake, a lot. Hiking. I never feared them, they never jump on me. You respect their place, you are careful where you put your feet, and you make enough vibration when you walk, and everybody is respectful of his land, of his location. And there is this kind of frequency, it's a frequency as well. When you are scared of, for example, a dog, there are chances that what emanates from you gonna make them aggressive. Me, I'm not scared of the of the bobcat. I'm not scared of the coyotes. They watch me. They feel I'm not scared. And I think they enjoy to come again and drink there. And they know that I put water for them. It's like my baby monster. There is this communication that is beyond words. I speak to him because maybe I seem crazy when I speak to him. Sometimes I laugh by myself. I say, oh my goodness, I'm so funny. Because I speak to this bird like he can understand. But yes, he understands. And I understand his body language. I understand when he's worried. I understand when he's like excited by something. I understand it's in body language. He has a different way to walk, a different way to come and to watch me. And he makes me understand without one single word what he wants. Like last day, the vessels of water was empty. It was so hot. Suddenly I hear him singing. I say, he's calling me, but it's not 5:30. It's not our time. What is happening? So I went out. I was inside with AC. And I saw him by the vessel, empty of water. And I understood. And he saw that I understood that he needed water. So I put water. And so you see, it's just by the present. It's just by being present that what it is, that we can be guided from inside to feel and to know. It's like we know inside what we need and what is needed, and it's beautiful. I'm telling you, what I experiment here with this wildlife, it's absolutely fantastic, And I cherish every moment. It's a grace. And every evening my baby monster is coming. If I don't see, he's calling me, 5:30, 6 p.m. And we have a time there. He's not begging for food. I give him some treat, and he has his stone. And I'm beside him, and we watch the landscape. Can you believe such a thing? Like now I have dove. Every evening around 7:38, they come by the pond of water, the little vessel that I put under a tree, and they lie down on the floor, and they are not even singing, they just stay there. I guess they enjoy the sunset as well, They are like us. And this is wonderful to observe. It's such a grace to be able to observe that. So I'm thinking of a lot of people that are suffering to don't be able to enjoy simple things like that, and to don't even be able to go and swim in the sea without being, targeted, or to go to look for water and being targeted, or for food. It's awful how we can still accept this. I wonder, it's beyond my mind, and all this, confusion and things who put people against each of them, and to this is really the Antichrist forces at work, and through these beings, and it's all to separate us. And because if we are separated, we have power. We are not controlled anymore. We are not manipulated anymore. We are not fooled anymore. And this, it's when you are on your, axe, on your grounded, connected to your higher self, it's not possible that people fool you. You feel instinctively when something is off. And it's your protection. And we have also guides that protect us, invisible, from the invisible realms. I never met them. I never encounter anything special with them, but I know they exist. And it's magical, It's like such a mystery who we are really. And it's worth to investigate about that. It's worth to read about that and to be educated about who we are beyond this physical body, So this, my friend, is what I wanted to share with you. And I'm not very present very often because I had, it's part of my transformation process too. At 70, when we turn 70, we go in another cycle of life. That is a cycle of end of life. And this, in a way, create a lot of changes. It's not about fear, because this is not part of my vocabulary, I would say. It's not apprehension anymore. It's just about observing how the body responds or don't respond anymore, and what we can do to better the connection, to better the functionment. I had the opportunity and the chance by you to have Valerie helping me, yoga, Ayurvedic therapist in Spain, to give me some information that I am applying, that helps me. And it's wonderful. We have a way now to be in touch all together and to really have more information and for our betterment. So we have to, don't be afraid of the unknown, of the unknown being that is approaching us and saying us, something. As the farmer's market Wednesday, this woman, I asked about a plant that I never saw before, herb, like cilantro or something like that, but something I never saw. I don't even know the name. And I said to the guy, the seller, what is this plant? He said, this plant, he gave me a name in Mexican that I did not understood, but it's for kidney. I said, this is interesting, because I had a little kidney weakness, and was better at the last blood examination I did in March, but 2 years ago when I fell, and I was in my Ayurveda Panchakarma treatment, I had the idea to do some blood examination, and we discovered it was this little kidney weakness. Interesting thing, my son that is in full shape had also the same thing. So the connection with the kids, especially mother and son, is also quite interesting, because this traduces something at a deeper level and the unconscious as well. So when he told me, this is good for the kidney, and this woman was there, she said, this plant, she showed me how to take it. She said, you just take this, not too much. If you take this of cilantro, you take this of this one. And it's really good. You just put in water, blend it, and drink like that. And it's really good for you, for your kidney. I said, it's interesting, And it's a place, a vendor I never been before. And this woman, and she told me, You know, I learned permaculture in France, in Ardèche. I say, wow, this is amazing. So you see, angels are there all the time. We were only the three of us, the vendor, me and her. And it was really for me to get this information. So I was like so happy, full of gratitude. I said, oh my goodness, why I've been directed there? Like yesterday I came back from my little ballad of the evening. It's so hot, you know, I'm like, and it was a very interesting feeling because I was so tired and tired by the heat. I was feeling good, but tired by the heat. When I went outside at 7 p.m., it was so hot. I said, okay, but I have to walk. I just had my dinner, you know, I said, I have to walk, I have to do, so okay. And it was like, I was so tired, so mellow by the heat, but I surrendered. And suddenly I felt my feet going where they wanted. It surprised me. I said, oh, this is a weird feeling. And in fact, it was my higher self guiding me, guiding my feet to go there, and taking a place, a turn that I'm not used to. And what I discovered? This beautiful feather. Look at that. I was like, oh my goodness. So you see, when you, and I noticed that in state of weakness, that you have the flu, or when I have the flu, I cannot speak for others, but having the flu, that is more and more rare. My immune system is quite good, I think, because I'm rarely sick. But when I am in this state of weakness, there is no resistances, and things are flowing in an easier way. And the heat, you know, is also, I always have this in mind. Okay, it's not pleasant, but it's when it's hot that the eggs can go to maturation and life can bloom. So I take it positively in that way, and I say, maybe this help other part of me to bloom differently, even if I don't like the heat. I don't like it. My favorite temperature, it's 25 Celsius. 20 to 25 Celsius. This is heaven for me. But when it's almost 40 and it's not worse like in some places, I feel miserable. It's like my body expands. I feel, but because of that, information are flowing differently, more easily, because everything is like open. Everything is like blooming in a way, you know, like opening. And I'm amazed. I have so much inspiration these days. My energy came back, even if I was really down 1 week ago. And I'm like, okay, it's a process. It's fantastic. And now I have to slow down inside. When I feel this frenetic energy that I'm like there and I want to do that, and I go and do that and that. This morning I was in the shed, organizing, collecting, selecting things, putting things in order. I was in water. It was so hot. But a feeling of satisfaction, fulfillment, it was fantastic. And I say, wow, it's 7:30 and I already accomplished all that. I cannot believe it. But I started around noon to feel that this thing inside was so strong. And my astrologer told me, this year you fire sign with fire raising this time, with your natal raising that is here. You really have to slow down. You have to rest. You have to don't go in this frenetic thing. And I was feeling it very strongly around noon when the sun is at the highest. I was like fire. I say, okay. So I stopped everything. I drank some water and I breathe very slowly to make this energy slow down, because I know when it's like that, I'm gonna have a blister. I'm gonna have a manifestation of herpes, you know, because it's the nerves, the frequency is like, and it's awake, this dormant virus, but it's still there, you know. So I know myself, I know the signs, and it's up to me to, you know, so maybe take a book and read, or just be at peace, peaceful, and be softer with myself, and drink something good, and, you know, in a very conscious way, and again with that gratitude. So this is my state of being of these days, and I wanted to share with you to, in a way, to reassure you that we go by these ups and downs and its normal cycles, because we are in full metamorphosis. We are obliged to follow the rays of frequency, and we are frequency, so it can touch us in our body on our weak point. Some people can be the back, some people can be the knees, some people can be the head. For me, with my rising in Aries this year, I've been affected a lot on my skull bones that were painful, like one point, so painful. That was terrible. And my eyes burning. My astrologer told me your eyes and your skull this year. So I know it. So she told me, very simple, when you feel the pressure and it's coming and you have this thing, take something cold and put on your head to bring down all this, to don't attract by the coronal center the fire from the sky that is really strong right now. So this is a simple trick, but it helped me. Really, why I didn't thought about that? And even my Korean acupuncture many years ago told me, your feet has to be warm, and your head has to be cold. So I was like, oh, now what she's telling me, because I contacted her, I said, you know, I never contact her, but I was so mad, so feeling so bad. I said, I'm going to contact her for her to check what is going on, because, and she told me, she gave me my solar revolution at the beginning of spring. But I was like, something, I want to know. And also, especially because I saw it was 4 planets, and 2 of them are my retrograde planet on my natal, that were all 4 of them all together. They said it's a basket or something like that, at the same degree in the signs where I said, oh my goodness, what is going on? For me, 4 is a number of square, of structure, of balance, equilibrium. And I was like, wow, this is what is going on in the sky. This is going to oblige us to go to a more structure and balance process, individually and collectively. My astrologer, she's French. I don't know if she speaks English. For years, I had a friend who was astrologer, Jean-Paul. He was also an engineer. He came to astrology by being an engineer and working, a civil engineer working on construction fields. Very big project like dam or things like that in the Himalaya. And he met Tibetan monk, and they taught him, because you know a construction field of this lasts a decade. So he met Tibetan monks who initiated him to astrology. So it was really interesting, because he had a scientific engineering basic, knowledge, but he could connect dot with astrology, and his astrology was very simple to understand, making a lot of sense. When I was in Paris, I gave workshop for him to come and speak to people, because the way he was presenting this was really amazing, and he learned homeopathy with them. So when he was doing a theme of someone, he was giving the solar revolution for the year and say, when you have this or this or this kind of transit with the date range, send me a message and I will give you the homeopathic remedy. We're going to help to go through the transit. And it's amazing because people will be, not me, I don't take, painkiller or this kind of thing, but people can be tempted to take painkillers, and this interfere with the evolution process that they are going through, and that the planet are showing. It's not the planet who make this happening. It's that what is above is also there, and the planet are showing what is going on for inside of us, for our structure, physical structure and spiritual structure. So Jean-Paul was amazing because I worked with him for maybe 20 years. I learned a lot from him. He passed away some years ago, and I had no more astrologer to refer to, and I was not missing this until the person who was also a friend of Jean-Paul, who has been my song teacher in Paris, Sylviane Montigny. She's still giving classes, lyric song, but in a very special way. So if you are in France, maybe you would be interested about that, because my osteopath directed me to her. My osteopath was working with the symbolism of the body, and he was working with his guides. It was really amazing. And I went to his classes for years, every Monday. And he told me, he gave me the contact of Sylviane. I said, you are doing this work on your teeth and on your body. It could be nice to do this work with your voice, because this is going to help you. At that time, long time ago, I had pain in my back. It's many years, like I could say 25 years, I don't have pain anymore in my back. I worked so much on that. The back is really the symbol of the unconscious. So working so much on that, and working with the symbolism of the human body, knowing which part is connected to what field in what I experiment, that it be relationship or things with myself. It helped me a lot to release a lot of cell memory as well. So Sylviane gave me, after when I'd been to the classes, it was fantastic. I never knew I could sing like that. I am a sopran A, very high, and she taught me how to go very high, to really express my voice. And it's really funny because at that time my regular voice was very high pitched, and I hated my voice. And with the work, and with also all the work on the unconscious in psychoanalysis and all investigated, part of myself I was not aware of, more and more my voice went low, and my voice were more, because I was more grounded, because I was more anchored, because I was more present to myself, and my voice totally changed, So Sylviane was a friend of Jean-Paul, and we were in touch. We always been in touch in all these years. And one day, I don't know how, she told me, I met an amazing astrologer. She's in France, and she's quite remarkable. If you need, I say, oh, yeah. It was many years I don't had Jean-Paul, but I felt Jean-Paul. Sometimes I had something, and I say, an homeopathic remedy came to me, and I say, oh, Jean-Paul, thank you, And I felt it was Jean-Paul was sending me the information. And I say, oh, yeah, I'm interested to, because coming from, Sylviane, for me, it could be only something really good. And we were on the same frequency and same consciousness. So I said, okay. And I met, just in Visio, I never met her in real, Dominique. Dominique is, if some people are interested to have a contact, I can give the contact in France. I don't know if she speaks English, but it's remarkable. It's like 4 years now. She's doing my solar revolution. And it's amazing because we have no contact during the whole year. And when we have contact the year after for the new revolution, I don't say anything. She wants me to don't say anything, to give me the new information for the year coming. And after now, you can tell me what is going on for you. And I tell her, what you told me, this, I experimented like that, like that, like that. It's amazing, you know. And it's not because it's divination. No, it's just because you can see more your process. You can have, if you need, it's not even when I need validation, but it secure you in more and more in your way to feel and to really trust what you feel, you know. And it's really amazing. I'm amazed. And recently I also had encounter other people by YouTube podcast, and I had the feeling I should meet this person in, you know, by video, and this therapist and this other one. And I go from, I think it's a time for me to have more informations, because I didn't look for informations for many years, and I'm open to that. I've always been open to that, but I'm not in the same dynamic than when I was 30, or that where I was looking through all the workshops I could do, all the, you know, class I could take, the training I did to better understand myself. And now I was not, you know, I was not looking, but suddenly my higher self guide me to watch this or this or this. And I say, oh, it's resonate. I want to have a session with that person. I want to have that. I want to experiment that. I want to. So I'm all excited again. And it's like part of what I said, 70, it's a new cycle. And it's really, really, really amazing, really. Because guides, I could say, protections are still there, and they bring you to get exactly the information you need when you need it. And when you feel it's not useful anymore, you integrate that, you develop something by that, you make a change in your way to eat, in your way to behave, in your way to think as well, and hope it's flowing again, and desire and happiness and want to create is like blooming again, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna see if I have some question, and I'm gonna see if I have some questions. Oh, it will be wonderful to share a contact. Yeah, sure. Elena, send me a private message, and I will send you our contact, her email and WhatsApp, because like this you can see, maybe you understand French, so maybe, yeah, sure. She's amazing. I love her. She's very there, peaceful, clear in what she gives. Really, really, it's very accurate. It's really amazing. Yeah, I can give you this information. Send me, yeah, Elena, I see you want over. Send me a message with the information you want to get, and I will give you the contact for sure. I will be happy about that. It's so wonderful to know people who are really, bringing a more awareness of yourself, knowing yourself better. It's really, it's amazing. And it's normal, because at the invisible side, we are all connected. So this, for me, it's like part of myself who are in a different flesh body, and part of this big supreme intelligence, and we are connect, and we resonate, and we help each other, and we share, in fact, this Christic energy of goodness and sharing and wanting love and wanting our authority to be on our authority. It's really that. Yeah, because, so yes, Selena, I'm going to send you that. what to do when we are very sad about yourself, how to be up. So this is something, everybody is different. Me, I have a simple image. I often give this in my video. The sun is always shining above the clouds. And I connect to this vision, to this image, like some part of me is above the clouds that is there. I don't bring resistance to what is there. I let flow. Resistance make things longer. I have also a little trick that my friend osteopath gave me a long time ago, but it's also connected to the Christic path about crucifixion to resurrection. It's 3 days. So he told me, you take the thing that bother you, your sadness or anything. But I would say the first thing is to be in touch with the sadness, to go in, to really feel it, to don't avoid it. And after, when you do this, you say, okay, I felt it. I take this sadness. It's like a precious gift, because by this sadness, like me, if you saw my video some couple of months ago, maybe 1.5 months, about the anxiety of dying, of death, I discovered something else because I've been in touch with it. And I wonder, it surprised me, and what does this want to show me? And I had the answer the day after. Because I did not put resistance, I opened myself to it. I notice it. I say, okay, I acknowledge that. I am like that. I have this feeling. It's really weird to me. It surprised me, but it's there. Why it's there? And I let do. So it's like what my friend said. You take your thing like a precious ball. You put it in a beautiful basket somewhere that you like. It can be a small altar that you have, something. And you forget about it for 3 days. Often before 3 days, you have enlightenment, you have things coming, you have new idea, because you are not attached like that. You know, when we are like that, nothing can come. Things can come only when we surrender and when our hands are like that. And this doesn't mean to don't feel the sadness, to don't acknowledge it. Sadness, all this emotion, it's like the energy in motion. It's that. So this, it's because there is a process going on inside of us of evolution. And we came as soul because it's only in the physical body that we can feel these emotions. So this process of feeling these emotions, it's quite a way for the soul to experiment something, to be in a way fulfilled about that. And when we don't block, when we surrender, when we acknowledge, when we are not scared about this thing, it's like we don't cut the soul to be fed of something. Maybe she wants to feel sadness, but if we resist, if we are obsessed with that, if we are like rejecting that, not acknowledging and receive it and surrender to it, the soul cannot have, cannot feel this experience. And it goes back. When we acknowledge and we do this thing of taking like this thing, like a precious thing, because as I always say, the solution is exactly where is the problem, because it's just an energy. Emotion, it's energy in motion. If we stuck it and stay stuck on that, this thing cannot move and change. So when we have this ball of energy, and it's just a shift that's going to be made, and you're going to get back the same intensity, the sadness, you're going to get back something with the same intensity on the other polarity. But don't expect it. The key is to never expect it. What you can do if you are connected with the invisible world, you can ask for help. They want the angels or guides or anyone you want. You call them like you want. They are annoyed. They are bored if we don't give them some task to do. So we have to think about them, and in our heart to ask them to help us, to show us, to show us, guide us, and it works. It's just a question of mindset. It's a question of mindset. It is how you think. If you think that there is a world from the invisible world that is full of mystery but is in a positive way, you're gonna resonate and connect to this energy. And I don't speak about attracting. I'm not in this thing. It's resonating because we have everything inside of us. And we experiment everything. I experimented sadness in my life. I experimented sorrow. I experimented deep pain in my physical body. I experimented worriness, worry when I was younger. Now it takes another different flavor, I would say. It's just that it indicates me, it's like alerting me of something I have to put my consciousness, my presence in. I don't take it like something to fear, but like something that maybe my guide or my higher self is make me feel, for me to find the antidote, to find the counterbalance of that feeling, of that thing, to again, to acknowledge, to be aware of it, to don't be obsessed with it, and to say what this thing wants to tell me. What do I have to discover, to go, to be more like curious and open to the unknown, and almost joyful that it's like an opportunity to discover something you were not aware of yourself, or a possibility that you were not even thinking about. It's an opportunity. When you have this, it's always an opportunity to access to another state of consciousness and to develop other abilities. People who are scared always of the unknown, they project fear on everything around them, and they in a way resonate with this, and in their life they have events that are connected to that frequency. People ask me always, "Oh, I'm not scared to be alone there." No, I'm not. "Oh, you have to take care of the coyotes. It's dangerous. Oh, the bobcat, take care. They're going to jump on you." I'm not. And they don't, And all these animals, they take care of me. I feel since 4 years, I'm here, 4 again, actually. I feel that there is a balance. I see these animals, they look familiar now to me. Each of them, for example, they have their turn. It's like an accord they have in between them, and they have their turn to come to drink. Sometimes I see the rabbits, they are drinking, and I see the dove or the quail that are a little bit waiting, but the rabbit's finished. And when the rabbit is going away, the quail are coming. And it's for all of those animals. And when they are drinking there, rabbits or quail, I don't see coyotes jumping on them immediately. I think there is a quota and there is a natural harmonic balance in nature. And I guess that when a coyote hit a rabbit, maybe it's one that was sick or was not able to survive very old, because I see them around and I can even recognize some of them, and they are still there. Like my baby monster is here since 2 years, and they never been eaten by a coyote, because I think they have a kind of agreement in between them and about the ecosystem and to have the balance. And it's for that, giving them water, also giving them a more peaceful way to be, because one of their basic needs is satisfied, so maybe they are less, in a way I could say, aggressive, searching for that, and being really like desperate. So it's very peaceful, and they look at me very peaceful, and we have this sight looking in eyes, and I love this moment. Like with the bobcat last day, he was drinking on the patio, and I saw him from the window of the kitchen, and he raised his head and he was watching me, and what a magical moment. It's for that I'm not scared of them at all, not at all. And I guess they feel it, and I guess it's for that they are not, scared as well, because again, it goes in resonance. It's fabulous. It's really an amazing experience. So, do I have other questions? I'm speaking a lot, huh? I think it's pushing in the invisible. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. It's really kind of you. So I'm gonna let you be, try in these very challenging times to do things for yourself, just for yourself, simple things, please recommend a book. I don't know what book. I'm not reading a lot since many years. I was reading a lot in between 20 and 45 when I was doing all these workshops. There is in my highlight, it's a lot of highlights, but if you check, there is a section with books. Because people asked me about that during 2020, and I gave a lot of books that has been quite very influential, and not influential, but in a way who validate a lot of things that I was feeling, and I was wondering, and thinking maybe I was the only one to be like that, because you have nobody to speak about it. And finally I discovered, no, I was not the only one. And we discover more and more we are not the only one, because we have social media now, we have the technology, it's fantastic. And it's really to use it, to spread, to bring goodness, to bring awareness as well, to don't deny, to don't be in denial, to don't be like, no, I don't want to see this because I don't want to contribute to this. It's not that. Because don't seeing it often, it's what makes this thing continuing, perpetuating. So it's really important to see, to don't be affected, because to go at a higher level and to be determined inside, with to use our mental in a positive way to create something else in this world, And we have to start by ourselves. We have to start by creating, in a way, an unknown dimension, to express an unknown dimension of ourselves. And this can be only by being in touch in between each of us with our differences. Because our differences, it's what makes us rich. Everybody gonna express things differently, and sometimes you can, I see you read a book, you can read a book, or you can hear something said by someone that is the same thing that someone else said, but that by that someone is resonate differently, because maybe that being experiment that thing in such a way that it resonate with you who experimented that, but were not aware of it. And by that person, you can hear it, you can feel it. It's more than hearing, it's about feeling it. Because it's a non-verbal, it's really a connection from soul to soul, from the invisible. And it's for that it's very important to don't judge others, to don't be putting people in boxes. Is like that, is from that, is this country, this religion, this race, this thing. Oh my goodness, I posted something in my story. You can go. It's so beautiful. In Paris, these two people, totally different, who are singing so beautifully, my goodness. So if we have a priori and say, oh, look at her, she's like that, and him, and because he's black, she's white, and she's full of tattoo and thing, and, you know, I don't like tattoo for myself, but I can, you know, let people be with their tattoo. It's their skin. They do what they want. And she has an amazing voice, amazing. And him, wow. And together, and it was not it was not rehearsed, it was direct like that. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's that. And you know this, watching them, awakened in me again when I was taking my lyric song classes, and I said, I want to sing like that. And I was feeling the feeling that I had when I was in classes, and the happiness at the end of the class that I could, wow, this is me, this is my voice, I cannot believe I'm able to do this. And it makes you happy. It makes you happy, and it's for that. Be open to the differences, and each of us has a gift to give to the collective, and it's absolutely wonderful. So let's see if I have some more questions, because I have not seen all. I think you are... Here, it's the rich that cut the trees, they don't live in desert. They live somewhere else and don't care. Exactly. This is a thing here. I can speak about my little area, my location. When people coming from LA or I don't know where are buying lands and building these houses, they don't care about the land. They put bare everything. They don't care about the bushes, it's like all cleaned, manicured. And after they build, and after they plant that need water. You know, it's totally mind-blowing. Or they implement a house like I have here, back of the rocks. The location was absolutely gorgeous. It was like from a movie of fairy tale. It was really, really beautiful. And in the middle of that, they built a house that is like a blister on the landscape. How it's possible, full of angles and clear and window everywhere and things and levels, and beside that you have people intelligent and with some common sense who build Pueblo style house that are totally integrated and beautiful. I don't understand how the community, who gives the permits can give permits in such amazing location. It's absolutely fabulous here. To give permit to build ugliness, to build things that are not blending in the landscape, not hurting the landscape. How it's possible? Cutting all the trees, putting this famous house, big swimming pool and thing, and making noise, because in the desert we hear everything at miles away, and they don't know this, so they shout, they put music loud, and they scream, and I cannot believe it, you know. It's amazing. And these are people who comes or renting an Airbnb or coming a weekend here and there. They don't live here, and it's true. It's exactly that. And after prices are raising and people from the place cannot rent anymore, it's amazing. Oh, Yucca also very old. Yes, I guess. They are amazing here. So let's see if I see something else. Thank you. Like this, you became gray because of me. Yeah, you know, I never dye my hair. I was one of the first model to have white hair, and now they are so many beautiful women with white hair. It's fantastic. It makes me so happy. I say, wow, they don't pollute themselves anymore. They don't, they are like their natural, authentic beauty. It's fascinating to me. So I don't see any more questions. Let me go back. Oh, you are a lot today. Yeah, it's this, Nadine. Believe Messiah is living in each of us. We are in the collective era. It's not one being that is a metaphor of the Messiah coming from, like they say, to save us. No. It just shows us how to be on our authority beyond all dogma. When you throw away the table of the temple, it was that. Stop doing all these animal sacrifices to a supposedly God, and stop to sell all these objects in the name of my Father, and stop doing. This is that. It's all about that. Stop to take advantage, financial advantage of all this, of the people and all that. And he came for that. And if we can say he came to save us, it's come to save us to don't do these things, to don't go in these things. And it's something that now people who knows a little bit about, again, astrology or esotericism, healthy esotericism, I would say, about wisdom of the ancestors, we know that it's each of us who have to manifest the Messiah. We are in the collective era of Aquarius that just started, and it's each of us that has to manifest that at our own and unique way, because Aquarius is connected and ruled by Uranus, the planet of things that happen sudden and things that are new technology, everything new. So we have to discover what I said before, what is unique to ourselves. I say this since many years, I say everybody carries something unique that gonna resonate to someone. And I'm not speaking about love relationship in a way of couples or things like that. I speak in the thing of the collective era, friendship, friend relationship, being friends to each of us, despite our differences. It's true, sometimes it's not easy, but maybe it's a little challenge we have, because the part of outside of ourselves that is like, we are a little bit like, it's a little bit like foreign, can show that there is a foreign part of ourselves that we don't know and we are not friend with, and it can be a help to discover what is this foreign part, and it makes us evolving and growing, and it's fascinating process. It's really a fascinating process. So I think I spoke a lot. I don't know how long this is. Oh, there are a lot of people today. I'm near to death. Possible. It can be this evening, tomorrow, in 20, 30, 40. I plan 120 years, maybe 50 years. Who knows? I decided that I engage myself to continue to take care of myself, to live healthy, to be able to see my granddaughter at 50, when she will be 50 years old. I will be 100. So this is my goal. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. It will be not up to me, physical me. It will be to my soul, who have maybe enough experimentation and don't need anymore. And it's like that. We are all going to die. This is a reality. This is really physically dying. Oh, I live in a city. I've been feeling need to go barefoot ground, take bath shower more than usual. It was helpful. Yeah, oh, sure. This is one thing. If you have a small corner of dirt where you can put your feet, do it. And when I was in New York for 8 years, I was going down on, I was living on One Wall Street, not One Wall Street, One West Street after living on Wall Street. And it's the first building in the bottom of Manhattan. So I was going in the path around the river, and it was some trees with grass, and I was taking off my shoes and I was staying there on the grass. And it was my way looking at the sky to really ground me. And yeah, it's very, very helpful, for sure. So I did not suffer to live 8 years in New York. I loved that years. I was also doing ceramics, so I had my hand in dirt. So this was also really, really helping to do ceramic. And because it was grounding me, you know. Oh my goodness, you are so many today. Maybe it's because you were missing me since a long time. Let's see if I have something else. And here. So yeah, so send me messages. I will give you informations. Like I always do, I answer to all the messages, sometimes by vocal, but sure, if it is contact, I will give you, you know. Yes, I will give you all this in writing. Yeah, for sure. That is the email address or phone numbers. Yeah, I will do this, Elena, no worry. And yes, I am an angel. Yes. I send you love too. Do you speak positive affirmation for beautiful hair and skin? No, it's not I speak positive affirmation. I just love them. I just love them. I say it's a miracle how this is growing from my skull, how my skin is perfect, even if it's wrinkled now. Look at that. My arm are like that. I don't care. I love my skin. I love my skin. I love my hair. And that's it. And they are happy, I guess, because they are not rejected. It's not because they have wrinkles and my skin is more dry now and I have, you know, this, you know, creepy skin, and it's okay, you know. Look, here it's not creepy. I love it. If I do this, I'm creepy too. You know, I'm like, it's normal, you know. I would prefer to don't, but it's like that. I will not be obsessed with that. I use my oils. I feel like I'm making good. My skin is happy. My body is happy. You know, I touch and I give a lot of love when I put my oil. And it's about that, you know. It's for that. If you learn really how to love yourself, not in a narcissistic way, but in a gratitude way of appreciation of what is this physical body, how fantastic it is, the wonder that it is, after you are able to love others, because they are also in a physical body, you know. Sometimes it makes me a little bit sad to see the skin destroyed by the tattoo. I don't like tattoo at all. For me, it's something, no way. The skin is so perfect. It's for that. It's even difficult to think about cutting my skin. I told you recently I'm gonna do an eyelid surgery from my upper eyelid. I'm gonna do this in September in France. It's 20 years. I thought about it, and for me it's a big deal. But you know, I took energetic advice, consultation to know if it was right place, right time, right person to do it. I don't go like that, you know. I really thought about it and wait what was the best, to do it in the US, to do it in Thailand, that is much less expensive, or to do it in France. For me, the wisdom is to do it in France with this surgeon that I know since more than 20 years. And I trust her, and I saw what she's doing. So it's for that I decided, okay, it's more expensive than in Thailand. I'm going to put my face, my eyes in the hand of who knows, and less expensive than the US, where I used to look like everybody else. I don't want that. And I know she's doing really natural things. So, yeah. So it's something that I also, matured since all these years. It's very well thought. It's not done like that to be beautiful or that. Sure, I will be happy. Maybe it will enlighten my eyes, because sometimes they're a little bit heavy, especially my right eye. I cannot open very much. So, yeah, some days I cannot open. I'm obliged to do this to open my eyes, So this is going to be helpful. Even my astrologer told me, do it. It's going to help your eyes, especially this year. It's a year to take care of my eyes. So, oh my goodness, you have so many. So I think I answered to quite a lot of questions or things you were maybe have in your mind. Oh, this is so kind. Your lives make my day. Oh, thank you very much. How do you deal with anger? Do you accept it as a natural emotion or try? Yeah, I do like I did with sadness, exactly the same. And I try to feel where this anger is coming from. Is it resonated with something that has been maybe a repetition of pattern in my family or something? Yeah. And I use it the same way as I said with sadness. I observe it, I take it, I cherish it, I don't reject it. And when you do this, it doesn't last long. And often you have something that is coming from that energy, because it's an energy. Emotions, it's, as I said, energy in motion. So when it's there, it's not by chance. It's because your soul is experimenting something and want to experiment that through you, through your physical, through the physical body. And when you acknowledge that, it has less taking on you. It's like you have to surrender to it. It's like, I always give this example. When you give birth, you have to surrender to the pain and to totally surrender, because more you resist and longer it will be. More you surrender and more you let nature and the process do its work, the body do its work, because you trust your body. Sure, it can be complication. It's possible, but you have to see if you have fear where it's coming from, because often it's not with foundation. For me, when I gave birth, I was 17 and I was alone. I was at the clinic but alone, and nobody of my family was with me. And this was the best thing, because I could be totally in touch with myself. And I always trusted. For me, I was not scared, because for me, in my logical mind, million or billion of women gave birth before me. I will do it too. It's not a big deal. It's like I was seeing cats giving birth, dogs giving birth, humans are giving birth. So it's a natural process. Sure, it's painful, but going with the pain, I was able to transcend the pain and to have like an out-of-body experience. It has been a transcendental experience, because I was not rejecting the pain. I was going with it, waiting for the new contraction, because knowing that more they're going to come and more are going to be free rapidly. So it's that. When you have this mindset, you don't interfere with the hormone production that we do, that the body does during this labor, and it's going faster. It lasts 10 10 hours for me. It was not very fast. It was the first one, not very fast, but some woman is faster. And in some culture, in some ethnicity, for example, especially in Africa, in some places, Jean-Paul, who witnessed about that when he was in the Sahara, he told me that he saw a woman in a small coffee shop in the desert with a little belly. He thought she was a little bit fat. And at a moment, so she served her tea, at a moment she went back in the room back, and she came back and she had a baby. She had a baby by herself. And she was, so I know a woman who doesn't experiment pain. It's rare, but it exists. So you see, maybe they have an ability to totally relax and go with it. Who knows? So, let's see. You are welcome. You are very welcome. Thank you, Ahmad. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Where I'm from Corsica, France. Corsica is an island. Beautiful island. Very, very beautiful. You can check online. It's exactly like that. It's not made up. Voilà. So, thank you very much. I wish you a very good weekend and at very soon. So, oh, my baby is here. He just arrived. It's his time, you see? 5:36. It's gonna be 6 p.m. He's there on his stone waiting for me. I cannot believe it. Baby! He knows. Bye. Bye-bye.